Okay. So what's today's topic? Today's topic is Bianca Spano. I think that's the name of the bitch. She took the thing down. That's a while ago. So if people, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, let's watch the video.
I think she didn't take it. No. No. Don't. No, she took the video down.
I'll play the video.
She took it down. No, that's some little kid. Not that. I'm not into that into kids.
Hey everybody, how's it swell?
No, that's a different nigga film. Don't know him.
Okay, so let's watch the initial incident.
I'm like, it's just, every time I see it, it's like, it's just so disgusting. She definitely helps it.
What do you rate me 1 through 10?
10.
Really? Would you smash?
I don't know what that means.
Give him a 10.
Would you take me on a date?
She's giving me a 10.
No, I'm too old.
No, you're not too old.
She's more your age.
You passed the test.
Okay.
That shouldn't. It's like, you're not Chris Hansen. She's not Chris Hansen trying to catch a predator. She went up to an old man with bad intent and put him in a situation where society would call him a creep if he did anything else. I can't be near school kids.
I know.
For obvious reasons. We all know the reason.
Yeah, it's like just the stigma.
Like, there's a massive stigma against men, especially older men, when put into a certain situation.
Yeah.
Like, when I was young, and then when like I heard about a girl dating a guy in sixth form, I thought that was disgusting.
Yeah.
Like,
I heard
everyone thought that was disgusting. And then when I was 16 and I heard a girl, she was the same age as me, dating a 21-year-old, everyone said that was sus.
Yeah, so like it's kind of predatory the way she moved up to him basically, because like they say like men are the predators, but the way he moved on to
it was so predatory. Like the answers, the question, like her demeanor was like, "Oh, I want to catch you being creepy, being violent, disgusting, then shame you, humiliate you." I'm like,
see, it just thinks that all men are like that. That's what she thinks in her head already, you know.
Like, it's pretty much what you think. Cause like she was trying to bait him into saying something, and it's like this guy knew. It's like, no, I'm not that stupid. And the thing is, he was an old man sitting in a public space with nothing to do with her, and she went up to him trying to get this reaction from him. And like, what boggles me is that she made an apology. Well, we can't have it now. She took it down. And the thing, in her apology video, she said, "I am sorry. I didn't know it was bad." I'm like,
yeah, it's just clueless generation of like these clueless generation of women that's coming up. It's like
I'm like, no,
it's very alarming because like, for example, if this is the type of woman that growing up with like no what's it called, like
wisdom.
No accountability, no awareness, nothing like that. So if in the future, how many cases are there going to be of like, what's it called? Like false rape, we don't even know.
No, the amount of false accusations is actually quite staggering.
Is it?
Yeah, there was a 2% increase in the last couple of months.
Yeah, because like, I think the whole idea of like believe all women.
I believe evidence. I believe evidence. I believe evidence, and like if something did happen to a woman I knew, yeah, I would believe her.
Yeah.
But I would not wholeheartedly say end of the case. The case closed. I would want, like, I'm not trying to be rude, but I would want to see the evidence.
Okay.
And the thing is, we live in a generation where people like want social validation so much. To get so much clout, she went on this crusade to humiliate this man. For what purpose? For what purpose? To make yourself happy that you have a bunch of random people, strangers you may never meet in your life, that adore you and give you all this validation. And I'm like, at the end of the day, when you die, no one's gonna think twice about you.
It was for TikTok as well, innit?
It was a TikTok. That's why I don't even like TikTok.
Yeah, it's like a lot of shit, stupid shit goes
I'm
on.
like, TikTok, like,
I deleted my TikTok app anyway.
you had TikTok?
I had to because I was trying to grow because it's a great way, it's like a van in it. You could go
Yeah.
the socials, but like I don't want. It's like it's a dead social.
It's like a cesspool of just utter filth. It's like there is some good in it. Like everything has a good and bad. But when the bad outweighs the good, it's like
yeah.
no, it's not bad in the sense that this bad like people doing terrible things and that. It's just a lot of desperation on the app. I see a lot of desperation. Like, I see people doing things they normally would not think to do just for validations of others.
Yes, it's also like the whole thing about like making the guy look like a creep, and it's like
How to catch a creep.
yes, it's like it's very backwards because like the way she just approached him and like this is like she's like 16, right? Like how does she know about all this kind of stuff in it?
Hey, fam, it's 2020. 16-year-olds know all that.
Yeah.
It's 2020. I'm like, when 11-year-olds know what fake taxi is,
Yeah.
and 16-year-old definitely knows what is going down.
Yeah, but also like, I think that she views there's already an image painted of like old men, especially that she had the courage to go and try and like bait him like that. Cause like I'm not saying if something were to happen, would you say like you wouldn't say it was her fault?
I'll say it's her fault.
Would you?
I'll say it's her fault. It's like in a situation like this, it's like, let's just be honest, men are thirsty. Like,
yeah.
The thing is, if given an opportunity, most guys would 9 out of 10 times would do it. But at the same time, it's like this.
No, most guys. If it's young, then we'll do most guys.
Nah, when I say more, yeah, you get around the demographic. But given the opportunity, a lot of young men would do that. The thing is, the fact that it was an old man, it's also another stigma saying like old men are perverts, they're creep, like, cause
nonsense.
And the thing, that's what really boggles me. It's just like, why would you try to set a precedent? Because the thing is, a lot of people view her account.
Yeah.
A lot of people view her account, which I'm like, that's a lot of people watching it, and majority of people watching TikTok are not in my age demographic.
Yeah, it's like a lot of us little brothers.
Yeah. So them kids are gonna be thinking, oh, okay, that seems okay. Old men are creeps. It's okay for me to do this, and it's okay for me to go out there trying to shame people like that.
Yeah.
And that's what's like, you are gonna set a negative precedent just for clout.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing when I was debating about the WAP situation with Lord.
Yeah.
And he said Cardi B had no entitlement to present a good image for women. And I said, no. You want the validation of others and the support of others. You want the benefits of our money when we support you. So you do have an accountability for your own actions.
Start again. Say that again.
You have an accountability for everything you do.
Yeah.
If you want me to give you money, be accountable for your actions.
Yeah, that's true.
And the thing is, this girl is trying to set a precedent for something meaningless as clout. Because I view clout in this way. A lot of people that I don't know and will probably never know follow me.
Yeah.
But when I die, they won't think twice. Or they won't think 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, even an entire lifetime about me.
Yeah, that's true.
So how important is this into you? It just shows, so a person who constantly seeks that, it just shows you do not have self-love for yourself.
It's like the validation through social media is just too.
It's pointless in my opinion.
It's too much in the young generation as well, right?
The other generation growing up with all these devices.
Yeah.
Like, when I grew up, I was still living in the 2000s. I lived in the 2010s.
Yeah.
Didn't get my first phone until like when I was like 17.
Yeah.
So I didn't have this constant addiction to all or like, oh, who likes me and whatnot, oh, this and this and that on social media and whatnot.
Okay.
So I've just seen how people growing up with having smartphones are constantly like trying to get this social validation.
Yeah.
And I just see it like this. If I died the next day, you are gonna miss me.
Yeah.
But half the people I follow on Instagram won't. They're like, oh, that nigga died. And I'm like, okay, I have no problem with that. That's the reality of how we live.
Yeah, that's why I don't like, you shouldn't put too much, what's it called,
Emphasis.
too much investment. Like, not investment, but not too much of your soul into social media. Like, because, like, people, if something would happen to you, people, like, they don't care. They'll be just on to the next person to follow, whatever, what that happened to him. So,
because
like,
I think it's like how we watch movies. We suspend our disbelief.
Yeah.
On social media, we don't. You look at a person through your phone.
Yeah.
And that's it. You don't have much an attachment to it. Unless the people you see in real life,
yeah,
they're the ones who are going to miss you if something did happen. The rest are not.
True.
It's like, when, like, okay, so look at this.
They call me Young Dagger Dick, that's my handle, yeah. She grab on my dick like a handle, hey. Little bitch, I got on Jesus.
One, you're degrading yourself as a female to doing an action that you would not want to do in public. And two, it's the fact that most of her content is like this. Most of the content is like this.
Well, who's that? What's her name?
That's the girl that was in the thing.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
How is she?
She's 16, and one, she's degrading herself. Two, her majority of her catalogue is of her in all of these sexually explicit poses, dances, and whatnot. Like,
so what are these social media companies doing about children and doing that in their?
Hey, sex sells money. They don't really care. So,
but like, it's like, it's not against the law, is it? If they're doing that,
actually, it's quite against the law.
How old do you have to be on Instagram or TikTok?
There is no age requirement to have a social media account, but there is an age requirement to do certain things on social media. But the thing is, the law is quite vague, so they can get away with a lot of shit.
So like, if kids are on this shit doing all this kind of stuff, why is the Instagram not tackling down on it like they would do? If you put a Black Lives Matter post or whatever,
I see the similarity.
Because like, if you say something racist, if you say something, what's it called,
against Black Lives Matter, you get.
If you say something about Black Lives Matter, you get, what's it called?
Oh,
you get cancelled or whatever.
You get like a report, a strike for hate speech and whatnot.
Yeah, all kind of stuff like that.
I was so close to getting one like last time.
Was it? Oh, which one?
Because I disagreed with Black Lives Matter. They're like, a person said I'm employing you, and then I got a strike.
Okay, but like, if there's kids doing all kinds of stupid stuff like sexually explicit stuff on Instagram and app like that, why they're not tackling down on stuff like that to make it illegal for kids to do that?
But the thing is, in the same time, it's the same token that's like, they don't have responsibility to do that. Because like, we as a society said it's slightly okay. We can disagree with that.
Yeah.
But the vast majority of people say, let her do what she wants to do.
Yeah, that's true.
The thing is, like, if we have a social like acceptance of it, it doesn't matter how much we nag about it, how much someone else nags about it.
Yeah.
If the vast majority of people say it's okay, no one's gonna care at the end of the day.
That's true.
I'm like, we're speaking of this because like we understand that this is not right. If it carries on, things are gonna go downhill.
Yeah, it's gonna become too normal.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna
like it's like when you normalize something, you don't think like, oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what's so funny? Before the case of RVR in 1992, people thought marital rape was okay.
Marital rape was okay. Okay.
Yeah, so if a man's married to his woman, it's okay for him to have sex with her, even if she does not consent to it.
Yeah.
People thought that was okay.
Yeah, I remember that case.
But then when there's a sudden change in society, everyone said that's not okay.
Yeah.
So it's like, in the same token, we have normalized the behavior of little kids to be able to go on certain apps to, degrade themselves and expose them to such a toxic environment where they constantly have to seek validation, and we do not say anything.
And you don't even know the amount of creeps that are watching that. You don't even know. So like,
I'm like, I ain't gonna say names, but I know some niggas be doing some shit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's like, cause like, yeah, it's like I'll tell you, like, I know a nigga that he just watches too much stuff like that.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Man.
Yeah, I'm like, it's what it is. I'm not gonna tell you not to do that. You do you. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like you see that I just normalize it as well.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. There are certain times where we normalize something we cannot control. I cannot control his own actions. And I'm not going to try to impose my view on things to him and then get a violent reaction.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do feel sad for this girl because as I view her content, it just seems to me a lot of like desperation just for attention.
Is there like, does she have parents?
Oh, she has parents.
Well, like if there's a dad that's allowing him to do that shit, would you let your daughter do that shit? Is their dad at home or something like that?
Well, in too many times, parents actually can't control it. Some parents are like, although you say the man is like the man of the house.
No, I mean, no, I'm not saying that. Like, dads are more protective of their daughters, especially.
Yeah, obviously. I'm
so,
like,
I would. If there was a dad, I don't think a dad would like allow that to happen. For example, like, dad wouldn't allow princess to be doing that kind of stuff. No.
But sometimes because like through TikTok, you make money. And then when you see money coming in, you're like, doesn't matter how bad my daughter, exploits herself. As long as I'm getting a cut of that money, I'll let it go on. That's how I think is going on. It may not be the case, but if any reasonable father would be like, this is not good for my daughter, I would not let her use that.
Okay, alright. I see.
But I do not know her family situation to be making any massive input. But it just seems a bit.
Yeah, she needs Jesus, man.
Nah, she needs a lot of holy water because I smell the stank of like the devil on her family. Like it just seems like she's just doing so much just for attention.
Yeah.
Like even her apology video was just, I fucked up, but I had this and this and this. It's like, just say you fucked up. She said she didn't understand how bad this is and how wrong it was. So like, just say you fucked up and end of conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the topic.
That's the entire video. Like, if you see her on any IG, like, don't, because I see a lot of people on her IG like,
don't simp.
Don't simp, but also don't like bomb her with hateful comments. Because like, be the better person. You don't want to drain your time on an energy on a person like that. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, and comment.